Welcome to this edition of Get to Know Your Warrior football team for the 2021 season. And getting to know your Warriors, that's going to be a theme this year. Cam and I were doing some addition, I guess, and 86 of our 118 guys have never played a college game across the roster. So I assume that might be a common theme across the country this year.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got you're going to have three classes now of guys that don't have a lot of experience. So August is going to be interesting.
Well, let's start with the one person that does have some experience. Jake Amrine came up with a couple of big victories in 2019. It seems like, you almost want to say last year, but then you think about the COVID year. But the overtime win against Ashland, the win at Grand Valley, he's obviously performed well in some big games.
Yeah, no question. And he started a lot of games. Came in a tough situation 2018, a few years ago now. And, he took his lumps, but he grew, he matured, didn't perform at the level we had hoped for in the Slippery Rock game, but showed a ton of character in how he responded to that. Obviously, we went with Dakota after that, but Jake just went to work every day. And, his mindset was, I'm going to get another opportunity. I'm the starting quarterback, and that's how he approached it every day. His next opportunity, like you said, came against Ashland. Played really well, threw a number of touchdowns, and then obviously the game winner to Darius, and then we sat him again because Dakota, it was just an injury thing, but it was the same mindset. He wasn't bitter about it. He was a great teammate, showed a ton of character, a ton of leadership, and then sure enough he gets another opportunity over in Allendale and makes some really big plays and some really big throws, and we won the game. So he should be as confident as any quarterback we've ever had. He knows the system as well as any quarterback that we've ever had, and I'm excited to see him go out and perform.
I guess the rest of the guys, you've got 8 guys total in your room. That's more than you've had, I think,
it's a
couple years combined maybe.
It's a lot of
but obviously, trying to figure out where they're on the depth chart. Last fall was very hit and miss. The spring hit and miss with practices, even spring of 2020. So you've got a lot of guys that have been here on campus, but even don't, as of right now, have that much experience. Obviously, Chase was a holder and saw a few plays at quarterback.
Yep.
But then you've got guys like Jay Solano and Josh Kalka and Frank Potenza. And then you've got some younger guys like Caleb and then the 2 freshmen. So you've got quite a dichotomy of ages to work with.
Yeah, a little different than the last few years where we've had 2 or 3 guys with a lot of experience. Now we've just got Jake, and then, like you said, everybody else is kind of grouped together there. And this past spring it was 7 practices, and then obviously everybody knows what happened after that. But they got good work in, and I was pleased when we got shut down in the spring. I was pleased with what I was seeing, from a growth standpoint, from really all those guys that you just mentioned, from Frank, from Jay, from Caleb. So, obviously it was disappointed to get shut down, but they're back at it. It's great that, we're able to be out there. They're working hard this summer. And it's just going to be great competition come this fall. And then you add the 2 incoming guys and Brady and Elijah, add them to the mix. And, again, it's exciting. There's a ton of talent. It's just young talent.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you've got somebody like a Josh Kalka, too, that was a winner at Chippewa Valley. So,
yeah,
I mean, all these quarterbacks have a winning pedigree. So that obviously is important as well when you go out recruiting.
Yeah, and Josh was having a great spring. It was his first spring. But it's important to him. He was picking up the offense well, understanding it. He's as accurate of a quarterback as we've ever had. He has a very bright future.
Sounds great. Well, thanks for watching this edition of Get to Know Your Warrior football program.